Everybody's going to die! I mean, hello everybody, and welcome to Let's Roleplay. I'm your host, Duhad. Joining me are Winter, Zombie, no, wait, no, Zombie Camp isn't here. Runestruck Rag, oh wait, no, he's also gone. What we do have is Morath, and Belial, and Colonel the Frog, and
Time Knight.
And Time Knight can
Even
provide
though he's not actually in the game.
Though he's going to be running again pretty soon. Very excited.
And Time Knight, as sir, not appearing in this role-playing session.
Yeah, but soon.
Well, he's a disembodied voice.
Yeah, but
one of the gods.
Yeah, we do have Morath finally joining us after missing the first two sessions, and we're actually going to open with him taking a short delay between the dramatic cliffhanger ending of last session. So
is this going to be like one of the scenes where there's something really tense going on, and then it cuts to something really mundane happening?
Basically,
with, like,
think about this:
elevator music.
If we were to like have this as like episodes of a TV show, say The X-Files, just off the top of my head. Basically, we ended the last episode on this big cliffhanger where all these people were charging through the woods at you, and there's like a shot was just fired, and then the episode closes with credits, and it opens up the next week. With the camera is showing this car like driving down a lonesome road, and then it cuts to inside the car where a lone DEA agent is driving with their lights turned on, and like looking at the road, and driving with one hand while occasionally glancing at a notebook held open in the other, and the notebook contains notes about. Like everything that they've been told about the operation so far, which is that essentially a list of the people you've already talked to, those being, for both Morath's sake and to catch up the audience, Sheriff Elizabeth North, her deputies, Deputy Finch and Deputy Richardson, Major Eric Jameson, Dr. James Franklin, James Mac McCready, the brother of the woman whose doppelganger is currently running around out in the woods, and who killed who apparently destroyed an entire Aegis base, possibly with assistance, and is heavily armed with alien tech. And just a few notes on the facility and what they hopefully are going to be adding to it. We'll deal with what you add to the facility later if you guys survive to get back to the facility.
At all.
But yes, Morath, describe your character as they take a turn in and pull in next to the van that the rest of the party was using earlier in the day.
All right. Well, Caroline is she would be what people would typically consider green. She's about 5'2". Is still wearing the same suit that she left work in, like her usual job as an analyst in today, which is to say a very cheap black suit. She, keeps her hair long, but other than that, she's essentially still got some baby fat. She's in her mid-20s. And she's a brunette.
Okay.
That's about all I got.
Fair enough. You know one of the agents in the field, and that would be Winter's character, whose name is
Dolson.
What was it?
Dolson.
Dolson Van Buren.
Right. So you know Dolson Van Buren. You've worked with him in the past. You've also met but not been formally introduced to his daughter, whose department you don't know. That's fine. The other agents are both listed with a lot of black in their dossier, and you basically know nothing except for their names.
All right.
But you were told via your Aegis link that the last known location of your team is out in the woods. That they went out to go and meet up with some of the deputies working for the sheriff, in hopes of informing them of that there's a potential danger out in the woods because of a number of missing people who have been contracting a strange disease, which apparently may be linked to psychotic breaks, like vicious, insane psychotic breaks, not like normal, Yeah, it's like it's bad shit.
Mm.
So that's that's what you're hanging out in the woods.
Not like normal WWE murder your entire family psychotic break.
This is not your average psychotic break. This is an extreme horror movie level psychotic break.
One could say convenient.
One could say it's sci-fi bullshit and not real psychology.
Remember, kids.
One could.
If you go out in the woods, you'll turn crazy.
So if you remember, kids, if you meet someone who is mentally unwell or has differences in the way they think, it is proof that they are a psycho murderer from a cheap slasher movie.
Shoot them with your tiny guns.
Do not try to understand or empathize with other people who have differences or difficulties in their lives. Just shoot them. No. No, don't listen to any of that. God. Anyway, so satire. Shitty satire aside, you follow the trail as the sun slowly sets behind the tree line, casting the world in dark shadows. There is a thin moon out tonight, but heavy clouds mean that you are constantly disappearing into inky black pools, and you find your way is difficult. You stumble over branches and roots, and even this well-worn path is difficult on your, newbie feet.
Mm-hmm. I am wearing nice trail boots, but like they haven't been broken in yet. So that's even
so much.
Yeah, and
looking like Cooper after he gets suspended in Twin Peaks.
Yeah, probably that's actually about what you look like. But yeah, as you head out in the thing, you hear the sounds of people up ahead, and as you start to draw closer, you see the dark silhouettes of a group standing on top of a hill, talking with one another, and then you hear a shout, and someone whose voice you've never heard before, yells out, "Help! Yeah, help! They're after us! Help!" And then you hear a gunshot.
I'm gonna draw my pistol and move towards the sound of gunfire.
All right. Meanwhile, up on the hill, Zombie Cam's character, who was looking through was he playing a lady? God, I can't believe I forget all these people.
No, he's playing a guy.
Oh, he's playing a guy.
Lawrence.
Right? Yeah. So Zombie Cam, who was looking through his camera, which had infrared. Suddenly swears and says, "God, there must be like 20, 25 of them," and then in a panic, suddenly leaps from the rock he was standing on and down the far side of the hill in a mad panic, and he's stumbling and dashing through the trees, and as he goes, you hear another gunshot, and you see a tree right nearby him. As he runs past a tree, the tree bursts into splinters, and he screams and dashes off at a right angle away from the gunfire.
What was his character's name again?
It's Lawrence something.
Lawrence, get back here!
Unfortunately, he does not seem to be listening. He's filled with panic. He failed his leadership check and is now having to move 7 inches towards the nearest table edge.
God no.
But no, seriously, he's running away in a panic, and at least some of the people who he spotted are going after him. But the rest are still following the 2 sheriff's deputies, one who's carrying the other up in your direction. And as they start drawing closer, you hear crunching as someone is running up towards you out of the darkness. Roll perception.
Perception notice?
Yeah, perception notice. You don't have to. You know who this is.
I'll play roll this down.
Alright.
Like who?
Alright.
As Morat's character is charging up at you from the hill, gun drawn, you roll perception to see if you recognize.
Okay.
Yeah.
13.
My perception
You don't have to roll for it. You know exactly who these people are, and you know who you are.
Oh, okay. Well, now that I've heard the name shouted, I know.
Yeah. You recognize the name from the dossier, and you kind of recognize, though he's in a giant bulky suit. The officer you've met before. Belial, you do not recognize the person charging for you. The rest of you do. The rest of you realize
This is the true min-max.
Yeah. So you don't recognize the person charging up towards you, but the other people do seem to recognize them and are relieved that it is not another one of these people.
What's her dad's name again?
Dolson.
Dolson, pick me up.
He will awkwardly lean down and try to pick her up with one.
She
Good.
pops into his arm.
Yeah.
And
So now
then
he's
like
pretty much
and then like
cradling her
wraps
with
her
one arm.
arms around his neck as she pulls out the walkie-talkie or whatever.
Yeah.
Is she gonna do something with the walkie-talkie, or she just
She
preparing?
was gonna call Jared's character.
There is static, and then nothing.
What
Oh,
can
crap.
we see behind the cops that are running towards us?
Okay, I'll use rather than having you guys roll again. I'm just going to use your previous perception check to kind of like say this is your general perception to see everything around you. But just for this scene, just for this turn. So yeah, what you guys see, you can't really see much behind them. Unfortunately, Zombie was the only person to bring the stupidly expensive camera that he insisted on buying with him. So you don't really see. You can see kind of more like dark silhouettes rather than actual people. But you can see people out there, and there's like the dim starlight is glinting off of metal. You imagine based on the gunshots that at least some of these people are armed, and clearly none too careful about who they shoot.
What kind of cover is there on the hill?
Not much. It's a pretty exposed place. You got some rocks and stuff. You could probably get half cover, but you'd be largely exposed if they tried to flank you at all.
Okay, so what I'm planning on doing is snugging down in some of that cover and setting up suppression on that board.
Okay.
Yeah, Dolson will also go behind cover, giving his daughter the shotgun while pulling out the rifle.
What am I gonna do with this?
When they get close, you pull the trigger.
Pulls out her own gun because she won't fly off of his back if she's using it.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry, just because we're in that kind of game, the noisy cricket.
Oh God, yeah. So it's just like I'm just imagining them as like Master and Blaster. But yeah, Morat, your character. If everyone could write their names down, I know that I'm shitty with names. Just like if everyone writes their names down, it'll help me tremendously. Morat, your character, arrives on top of the hill. What do? You don't see the figures coming yet, but you can clearly see they're setting up and preparing for a fight, and you heard that gunfire. Meryl.
My character's going to, because I'm seeing everybody else just kind of like hunkered down in a place. Wait, do I see any injured people?
No, the injured people are currently heading up towards in your direction, but they haven't actually reached you yet. Wait, no, you
And the
do.
other injured person
you
is in a
You see someone
hazmat
with
suit.
a arm in a sling. Whose arm is in a sling.
All right. Then I'm going to essentially, I've heard the horde, so essentially I'm going to get into like cover and like start focusing my will for when they get here.
Okay. So you're focusing your will. Are you going to actually try and cast anything, or are you just going to
I'm
like
holding it
mentally
for
clear
when they
your
get
mind?
in range.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm like mentally clearing my mind, getting ready to cast a heal.
Fair enough. Okay, so as you are preparing yourself, you do feel a faint headache coming on. Like the tense pressure of the scenario and everything around you seems to be really like just pushing in on you and making it harder to concentrate than you normally find it. But you are able to find that balance in yourself. It does feel kind of weird. It does feel like off. And you feel a faint headache building the more you concentrate.
Okay.
All of you roll me initiative.
April?
Yes?
When I said I was setting up suppression, that means I'm actually firing on the bastards.
Okay, well, again, roll me initiative because everyone's clearly going to be acting, so I want to, so I'm going to assume that you're probably, basically, everyone who didn't take a combat action is going to be using their first turn just doing that, but we're going to see if you're acting before the other people, before the horde.
Okay.
Then, for my own purposes, everyone write down their initiative as they roll.
Fast reaction time adds to it, right?
Yeah, fast reaction adds to it. Pretty much everyone
how
who
much again?
isn't...
I remember adding
So tell me, are 10s exploding on initiative checks?
No, they are not.
Okay then.
Okay, so the officers are going on a... And it's, plus dexterity, plus 5 if you have fast reaction time. Or plus 3 if you have fast reaction time.
I don't.
Okay, fair enough. So, let's see here. Officers got a 10, and the horde only got a 5. So, they're probably getting their last. Did everyone roll more? You didn't roll.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I got to. Yeah. Am I
write it
supposed to type
down.
it in the thing? Sorry, it's yeah.
So just type in the number. You don't even have to roll anything, write anything else. Just the number. So that's plus your dexterity.
No, that's my total.
Well, okay, so that's your total. Cool. So in that case, the order is.
I'm faster than the guy who's not a fucking missing a foot.
All right. So after all that, DeFrog, you do go first. After all.
Okie dokie. Yeah. So I'm going to open up on the beginning of the horde, and as they come into it, the rules are that they take 1d4 damage if they try and cross through it.
Okay.
Sorry, 1d4 bullets.
So question.
Yep.
When you do this, are you going to scream "covering fire"?
Unfortunately, Yang is not a fan of Archer, but I made that joke last time.
Okay, fair enough.
And also, it's suppressing fire.
Right, of course.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, so yeah, Yang steps up and starts firing.
Oh no, not step up.
All right.
In cover. Yeah.
Okay, pokes his head up and starts firing.
Yes.
Does that proc my flashback?
Yeah, actually roll me this because this is.
Oh god, please don't.
You've already heard fire, and now you've already heard some gunshots, and now you hear like a continuous ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk of
Oh no.
What were you using? A rifle, a shotgun?
Submachine gun.
Submachine. Okay, oh yeah, fuck yes, and
Yeah, it's going-
absolutely.
9.
Oh boy.
Isn't that just barely?
It would barely work. Except this is like a really fucking stressful situation.
Oh no.
My will of one is killing me, and I
Oh
love
god,
it.
yeah, no.
Oh, god damn it! Why? Why do you have?
Because I'm min-maxed in things that are not happening.
I love
Okay,
how
this
we
is why we don't
min-max.
min-max.
I'm min-maxed.
Don't min.
I'm min-maxed for fun. See.
God damn you all. Anyway.
Why do you think I'm failing all the perception and movement checks?
Christ. Okay, hold on. Let me open up the thing. I'm gonna look at the panic text. I believe you roll a 1d10
This is gonna be
plus.
horrible because I'm on his back.
Yeah. Here we go. Here's all flesh must be eaten. I'll just open up this one. These are not zombies. I want to be very clear. These are not the living dead, but I am going to open all flesh must be eaten because it's still basically super on point.
April, I've already got the fear table open here.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Okay.
So what is the negative that is being assessed against this one?
We're going to call this a -1. I'm only going to apply a -2 penalty.
So
Okay, you said a -2?
Yeah, so he got a total of a 7.
7. Okay, he's got the shakes. All the character's actions suffer a -2 penalty for 1 turn, lose 1 essence point.
okay. I don't use essence anyway, so
You pass him.
Yeah,
because you know
the more
it's
important
no-
thing is going to be your, the fact that
-1.
you're, the penalties. That's what's
Yep.
going to be the real pain in the tush.
Mhm.
yep. Alright, and it's my turn.
Yeah, then it would be over to your turn. I believe yes, and then it'll be Belial's turn, and then the officers, and well, Belial and the officers at the same time.
Well, considering the range, shotgun's not gonna do it, nor the knife.
Well, it would provide more covering fire.
Yes, but I have the chance of hitting them.
Mhm.
Pistol time.
Okay. You're going to be at a penalty to try and shoot these guys, both because you're shaken and because of the poor conditions and range.
Yeah.
But I imagine you're pretty good at shooting.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, take a -4 to your roll, but,
Alright.
yeah, hitting these guys isn't going to be
Just
too much
keep
fun.
shooting your gun and have the negative stack until you fail.
Shoot for the ones with guns.
That would be good.
16, 12.
Wow.
We got 12 in total?
Yep.
Okay, they're not making any sort of defensive actions, so you hit. You hit one of them. Roll damage.
D6.
What type of ammunition are you using? Is it 9mm, 30 caliber?
Yeah. It's a D6 times 2, 1.
Okay, so a .32.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just have the damage I should have listed at. 5 times 2, 10.
10. Okay, let me roll their armor. They don't have, don't worry, I'm not rolling, they have, huge body armor on them. They've got, heavy jackets and shit.
Yeah.
That's not even going to do very much for them, so...
Yeah.
So that one takes, what was your total again?
10.
10. So yeah, first dude takes 18 damage, and, kind of, is seriously injured. That was a real nasty hit. Then we're going to go to Belial and the officers. Belial, what do you want to do?
I'm firing my gun.
Okay. Are you firing a dart gun?
No.
Okay, you
My
have the red
gun.
Okay.
My super.
I was tempted to use my dart rifle, but I decided against it.
Fair enough. All right.
My
fire
super
away.
my Derringer or whatever it is.
Oh, you mean the little handgun?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think it's a 22.
It does D6 times 3 damage.
Oh shit! It's a .38 caliber, down.
I was about to say, that's
Fuck.
bigger than mine.
Holy crap! Okay. Fair enough.
Oh.
I guess I must have okayed that before.
Fuck!
What did you get?
Oh, hold on. I rolled a 1. Let's hope my bonuses salvage something.
Remember to roll again, because the
Oh shit!
Don't forget about the exploding ones.
And that's an 8.
Okay, so it's only a -1. Sorry, it's only a 1. It's not a minus anything.
Okay.
And you are
boy.
going to be at a -2 because of the. Actually, you're gonna be you're gonna be a
I'm
minus.
already at enough minuses. God damn it, everyone.
Well, it's dart. Basically, what I'm doing here is it's a +2 for the fact that you're firing into a crowd, -2 from range, -2 from how fucking dark it is.
So how much is it then?
So it's a -2 total. And then whatever
That
you
makes
roll.
no sense because you just said it had a -6.
No, I said a -2 from, it's a -2 penalty. It's -2 from range, -2 because of darkness, +2 because of the horde. So it's a total of -2.
It's -4 plus 2, so
That's a total of 4, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Fail.
Yeah, so that's a miss. You don't hit any of the members of the Horde. The officers are not going to do anything on their turn. They are just going to keep running. That leads to Morath. Your turn.
Alright, so seeing the wounded person on, being carried, my character is actually going to cast a heal their direction.
Okay. Roll
Hey,
me.
so
Yeah.
fun little fact. While you do that, let me read off the sync effects real quick. And by the way, you can't back out because that's one of the things it says. The radius of a sync's power is equal to her double willpower in yards. Although concentration can extend to a degree, let's skip the concentration part because my character's not. The increased area effect lasts as long. Okay. Use a psychic power or basic ESP ability while either the psychic or the psychic's target is within the effect radius of a sync. Immediately loses 1 endurance point for each level of the sync's willpower. This is increased if the sync has purchased the sync drawback multiple times. For example, if she has purchased the drawback twice, any psychic using a discipline within the area would lose 2 endurance points for each level of the sync's power. The endurance is lost as soon as the psychic makes the attempt to use her ability. A psychic may not abort the attempt in an effort to avoid losing the endurance. Also, if a psychic is within the sphere of influence of more than one sync equal to the combined willpowers per sync, since there's not more than one. Voids and sync. Okay, so fun thing is, I have 6 levels of sync, and I have 6 willpower. So you take 36 points of endurance damage instantly.
Because I'm within
Because
6
no,
meters?
because your target's within my range.
And also because you're
shit.
within range of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I was asking before who you knew in the party, and specifically if you had met Winter's daughter.
No? No. Okay.
Because she's the team's anti-psyker.
Yeah, and that's who I'm healing.
No,
That's
she's not injured.
But you're injured, and you're right next to her.
Yes, but the way they
Oh, I
phrased
thought
it made it sound.
her leg was crippled or something.
No, it is crippled,
That's
but
injury.
it's from a previous injury. It's not something you can heal.
Either
But
way,
yeah,
you
take
attended,
36
so-
endurance
Yeah.
points.
36?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, I only have 29. Alright.
What is the... Okay, hold on. What's the thing for when you run out of endurance points? It's been a while since
I'm
I've been doing
looking.
that one.
Pass out, I believe.
Well, I know, but there's like a specific... I don't know if there's like a rule for... Hold on. And...
All
Endurance
of-
points measures the character's ability to withstand fatigue and exertion before collapsing. Willpower enhances constitution and strength here. Some people can push themselves past normal physical limits through force of will. Endurance points are okay. It doesn't say anything about.
There'll be a thing in there somewhere about what happens when you run out.
Well, there's like barely any.
Well, I know there'll be a rule. Like there is a rule in the game for it, though. Like there's
It hasn't
specifically.
happened. I'll look for it.
Oh, I found it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, endurance point loss.
All right, so
Effects of endurance loss. At 5 endurance points or fewer, the character feels groggy and dizzy. All actions incur a -2 penalty. If character's endurance is reduced to 0 or below for any reason, they are in danger of falling unconscious. A consciousness test is necessary to remain on their feet. At a -1 penalty for every 5 points below 0, round up. The test is repeated every turn. Eventually, the character will fall unconscious.
Hey, so how many
So
how
you're
many
at
do you have?
-15?
No, with 36?
Yeah. Out of 24.
I'm at
was it?
29.
Okay, so
Yes. I'm at -5 or
Okay,
-7.
That means you have a -7 on your.
No, negative
Minus
1. Oh, sorry, -2. It's rounded up. So every 5 points below 0 round up.
Okay,
So -2.
roll a survival test at a Constitution test at a minus 2.
Oh, this is why I'm glad I have certain things.
Hard to kill does not give you any bonuses for this type of test.
Iron
This is
Mind does.
consciousness.
Iron Mind does, yes.
Yeah. So that is a total of 10 total.
Okay, 10 total. So yeah, you are on your feet still, but you are heavily groggy, and we'll take a -2 penalty.
And then a -2 penalty to everything I do, including this casting.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so luckily I'm pretty good at this. Son of a bitch. How did you get 6 again?
It's a
It's a drawback, which is why it can be infinitely stacked.
well, it can't be infinitely stacked. It has a
Yeah,
limit.
I meant the 6 in willpower.
Oh,
Oh, I min-max.
yeah. Which I keep telling people stop min-maxing, but fine.
Yeah, but it becomes really funny when this happens.
I just showed up. God damn it.
I shouldn't say that I min-maxed, but I'm not really.
You min-maxed.
Oh.
You both min-maxed.
Yeah, I actually
Thanks in
didn't
a
do
funny
that this
way.
time, which is why I only have 4 willpower.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Total of 12, by the way, on that casting.
Okay. Yeah. So you will succeed, and you do heal. How much do you heal from your biokinesis? I believe it's a single success level. No, it's 2 success levels.
2 per success level.
No, you just had 2 success
at
levels.
12. Yeah, it's 2.
Yeah. So how much
Just
do you
2
heal
success-
per success level?
I'm trying to find it. It's not showing.
I know it's 1 per level at level 1. I think at level 2 it's 1d4 per level.
Okay, in which case, yeah, I have level 2, so I'll roll
Yeah,
that real
just
quick.
roll that for now. We'll find the actual number later on. But for now, yeah,
6.
6. Okay. Recover 6 hit points, Winter.
Woot! I can now be off 13.
Woot. And now it's the Horde.
I'm to lose those hit points.
Now, I'm not going to roll number unknown. I know the number. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not
Yeah.
going to roll the number of dice the Horde is actually should be throwing at you, because then you would all die in a single turn. And because I'm saying they're not all carrying guns, but a number of them are carrying guns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a couple of dice here, and each of these dice is going to represent a couple of bullets.
At least we have
so,
cover.
oh boy, you guys are fairly lucky. So, now then, who here has animal empathy or animal antagonism?
I have animal empathy.
Cool. So I'm going to roll a dice here. Let's see here. How many of there are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the deputies, 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a D12. No, I'm going to roll a D10.
Shouldn't it be 6 because there's 2 deputies?
Right, okay, so there's 2 deputies, so that's 6 people in total. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a D. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a D12. I'm going to be nice and say the deputies are going to get 1 and a 2, 1, 2, and 3. 4, 5, yeah, so basically, everybody pick a number. Everybody pick 2 numbers. Except for Belil, you only pick 1 number because you have animal empathy.
What's the dice that you're rolling?
D12. Pick a number between 1 and 12.
12 and...
I chose 11.
No, not 12 and 5.
Okay, wow. Okay, so I've got my numbers. So everybody pick your poison. Pick 2 numbers, remember. Everybody pick 2 numbers.
Except for me.
Yep.
So which ones have been chosen?
12, 5, 10, 9, 11. Actually, I'm just going to stop you right there because the numbers that I roll have all been selected. So,
Lovely.
so
Oh, lovely.
Winter. We're going to
Like
start
I
with
said.
you.
Well, it should be both winter. No.
All of them
There's
shoot
three
me
numbers.
and
I
I
rolled
just
3
die.
numbers for 3 sets of shots that were going to be coming your way.
Oh,
Actually,
I'm
before
glad
we
I
do
have
that,
red armor.
Kit, you get to. They're crossing your lines. You get to fire your D4 bullets.
Yeah, no. Each one of them that crosses into the line takes D4 bullets. How many of them crossed into the line?
Okay, there are way too many for you to actually shoot all of them with D4 bullets. So
No, let's do it.
No. Each one of them takes.
no, I know. I mean, like, there's a horde of too many for you to actually have shot 4 bullets into all of them. Like your gun.
No,
would
let's
run out of
actually
bullets.
calculate it.
Yes, let's go ahead and see how many I can go ahead
Okay,
and take out with this
how long is
magazine.
hold on, let's do it this way. What is your clip size?
50.
50. And
It's a
D4 for
P90.
each-
That's the actual clip size.
Hold on, let me actually just do some math real quick.
A lot.
It is.
You shoot a lot of them.
You're actually not even going to be able to shoot most of them if you, with the number of bullets you have before you run dry.
Okay, well, I'm going to be dumping as much as I can into them.
Okay, fair enough. Roll your dice.
Okay, so first one takes 3. Second one takes 4, so we have gone through 7 from my magazine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep track of that.
Thank you. Next one takes 4. Next one takes 4.
Okay.
Tell me when I've run out.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the current
Next
number?
one takes 4.
19,
19. Okay.
Next one takes 2.
21,
Next one takes 3.
24,
Next one takes 1.
25,
Next one takes 2.
27,
Next one takes 4.
31.
Next one takes 2.
By the way, you didn't buy this as a special weapon for your base, right?
No.
Okay, so you only have the 1 clip. So
No,
keep
I
in
have the
mind-
2 clips. You gave me the 2 clips. I haven't marked down on my sheet.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not going to be
the
nice
other
when it
clip
comes to
only
like,
has
yeah,
5
yeah,
rounds
yeah.
in it because I used 5 beforehand.
Fair enough.
So minus 5 from, add 5 to that?
Yeah.
Alright.
No,
So,
I'm using the
38.
50 round at the
Well,
moment.
how many have you used so far?
33.
33.
bullets?
Next one takes 2.
Okay.
35.
Next one takes 1.
36.
Next one takes 2.
38.
Next one takes 4.
42.
Next one takes 1.
43.
Next one takes 4.
47.
Next one takes 3, and the clip is dry.
And the
Okay.
clip is dry.
So you got a number of them. You got a real
So how
number
many
of them.
actual rolls was that I made?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
So 18 of them.
bullets. Yeah, so I'm basically marking those guys that you hit with more than 1 bullet as dead. So you killed a shitload of these people. Like you mowed down a ton of
Feels
human
like
beings.
I wanted to kill some of you, but
You
that's
killed
not happening
15 of
today.
them.
God damn it.
And shall we do damage on the ones that were just hit by 1 bullet each?
No, I basically just for bookkeeping reasons, I basically marked anyone who only hit with 1 bullet as taking the second clip as well. Just to like narrow it down because there's a shitload of these people and like bookkeeping for as many people as are here would be kind of ridiculous. So you
And
basically
with that, I am going to duck my head back behind the rock.
well, actually, before you do that, here comes the return fire.
Yes!
Of course.
So Winter, you're up first.
Yeah.
You take. Hold on a second. I'm gonna have to do a little math here. So plus 1, plus 3, and then let's see here. Minus 2, minus 3, minus 7 equals, and then that's going to be times. Oops. 0, Equals. You take. How much R do you have?
D6 plus 4. You want me to roll that D6?
Yeah.
6!
You take 180 damage. And then that's doubled after it goes through your armor.
I'm just dead.
Okay, you're only taking half the bullets. That winner did.
Okay.
So, times...
Never mind.
We're all dead.
Never mind.
Not everyone.
Okay, and then... Kid. Actually, I'll have Winner roll me a dodge as well. Both of you roll me a dodge, just to see if you can subtract some of this damage. Winner, I don't think it's going to be enough to save you, but do it anyway. Maybe there's a chance.
We'll see.
Oh, sweet buttery Jesus.
I just closed out the character sheet.
We're also going to say that it's hitting your front, not your back.
Yes.
Otherwise, it would hit me.
Yeah.
Wait, I have adrenaline surge, so that's gonna be prod.
Yeah, well, he put you down behind the
Oh, just
rock.
gonna fucking activate mine too. Don't worry. Everyone's
So-
activated.
6 plus 7 is 15.
Yeah, so 15. So yeah, you can subtract that from the. You can subtract another additional 4 from the damage.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're still dead. DeFrog, what did you roll?
26.
26, not bad. How many success levels is that?
Let me check that.
Yeah, do that real quick. And you aren't wearing any armor, right?
I'm not wearing armor.
Okay, so add any success levels as armor.
Okay, so 8 success levels.
Yeah. And so, just to fill dead air while you're calculating that, the number that you end up rolling that you got from the success levels is...
It was the 26,
26.
so 8 success levels.
8 success levels, okay. Minus 8. So you take 118 damage, and then that's doubled.
Splat.
Yeah,
Whoa.
so as you step up and you basically mow down about 15 people before your gun runs dry, and as it does, just enough buckshot to basically be a solid wall, just chips away the rock you were staying behind, and it isn't even the bullets that kill you; it's the shards of rock being blasted right up into your face as you fire. And next to you, the border patrol agent who had not been so lucky is hit just directly with the bullets and is torn to pieces.
God.
Back up to the top of the order.
Well, time to do homework.
It is who's still alive. It is Balil and the officers.
My adrenaline surge is gonna
And me.
I'm gonna say that.
Well, you go after them. You go after, I'm saying who goes first. It's Balil and the officers, then you, then the horde.
I have to read the thing, see if this increases my
Your running speed.
yeah. Let's see. God damn it. Okay, it doesn't increase my thing, it just increases my strength and stuff. And full power to the same that I have.
Interesting. They when the first wave was mowed down, the second wave kind of stopped. The
Can I
rest of the horde has
sprint?
slowed. Yeah, you can sprint.
But it doesn't sprinting count as a strength thing?
Sprinting is constitution based, I believe.
Fuck.
But yeah.
Basically just fuck no matter what. In terms of movement.
Hence the dangers of min-maxing.
Well, yeah, but this dude died.
Well, it's not my fault. Well, I guess it is kind of my fault, but if it isn't my fault, I didn't
Well then, I'll try and sprint anyways to try and increase my stuff. And while I'm doing so, trying to unzip the fucking suit off.
Yeah. Now, So, okay. Roll me a sprinting roll.
That is
Constitution plus your sprint skill.
Well, I don't have a sprint skill, so it's...
Then just roll me a Constitution test with no bonuses. And a -2 penalty.
Isn't... What? I thought it's like con double or something.
Well, it's your... it's a simple con... Well, it's going to be a simple contest, so it's con doubled minus 2.
Why? -2?
Because you have a penalty from your not having the skill involved.
No, I believe it's one of those skills where you don't need it to...
Well, right. Well, normally it would be you'd just be rolling your attribute. I'm letting you roll.
There are 2 types of running. No carryover between them. The first one is marathon. Skill covers running endurance, distance. Best runners can go. Okay, a character running marathon can use a skill with its Constitution attribute. Running dash trains the character to increase speed for short distances. On a dead run, use con and running, increase maximum speed. Each success, god fucking damage. Witchcraft does a better fucking description for this when it comes to the shit of not having it.
Yeah. Well, in this case, this is what I'm saying as the GM. Roll Constitution double.
Then I have to roll con double then.
Yeah. That's what I said. Simple con roll. Con doubled. And
7. That's 7.
Officers roll not amazingly, but hopefully we'll have to do. All right, what do you roll in total?
7.
Okay, so you were, making good speed. Like, this isn't a you fail, you die, like you just fall on your face roll. Like, this is a you fail, you're just not moving.
I fail and take 108 damage and instantly bite the dust.
Well, there's still a couple of valid targets left. And also, the horde was slightly slowed by the frog mowing down half of them. Like, he killed a fucking ton of these people. Like, that did actually give you guys an advantage. Maybe not enough to actually save your lives, but we'll find out.
We'll see.
So that leaves it over to Morat. Your turn.
All right, so Caroline.
I should note consciousness test.
Yeah, roll consciousness test.
-2.
-3 because it's a increasing penalty.
Oh fuck! Yes.
11.
11. Okay, you're still awake. You are growing increasingly groggy, but you are still on your feet. Right, Caroline, what are you doing?
Hiding and healing my own essence point. Healing my own endurance points.
Hello everyone, welcome to Con X, also known as the King.
Psychokinesis can be used on everything but on yourself, on everything but essence, because you use that to spend it.
Okay.
It can heal essence damage. It can't heal essence like drain, like from using your powers though.
Okay,
but,
fair enough. Okay, so first, before you roll your endurance heal, take 36 points of endurance damage, because you're adding your power right next to this fucking void.
I'm not right next to her.
You want to know how big my range is? It's my willpower in yards.
Yeah, she did not run 6 yards away up hill.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Not with her speed.
Right, so I was hiding first, so that's a thing. Yeah. So I'm gonna roll the stealth check to essentially
first take the damage. Yeah.
No, because I'm not doing that first.
Okay. So you roll stealth first.
Oof. I really am killing everyone this
20.
Entire party. Oh.
Yes.
Okay, so you hide well. And now...
Yeah. And then I... Fucking...
That's
if it's any consolation, I did in fact... I did... It's a 10 penalty?
Yeah, that's a -10.
Oh, and I only got a 9, so I got 1 success level.
Jesus Christ. All right, yeah, you're still awake. No fucking idea how, but you. Wait, did you also apply the -1 from the previous turn?
What? Yes. No, this was
Yeah.
the penalty for the roll. This is on the casting.
No,
not
I
the-
know. For your cast.
Yeah,
Okay, so your cast. Okay, you did see it on your cast.
yeah, and I healed 4 that way.
Okay, now roll for your not falling unconscious.
Son of a bitch.
Oh God.
No, I'm unconscious.
Okay, so you fall unconscious. It is now the horde. All right. You're
play the same
hidden, so
game.
it's just the 2 runners and the kid. So, Bleel, name
So-
one number between 1 and 4.
1.
Okay. Luckily for you, I did not roll a 1 on the first roll. We're on the
Oh
second.
God.
So
Oh, thank God.
the shots are going to go into the running cops. Unfortunately for the cops, or for one of the cops, I actually rolled the same number twice. So one of these poor officers is going to get blammed.
Oh God.
This
Wait,
poor
did I
officer
take
becomes
like
pink
both
mist.
the 12 and the 5?
I rolled 2 12s and a 10.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, that was just really unfortunate. The thing was, you guys like probably would have gotten seriously fucked
How
up either way.
close
But
am I
like,
to the van?
yeah, you got hit twice, and DeFrog got hit with like basically like all 7s and 6s. It was like way worse than intended. But yeah, so one of the cops is
Okay.
slaughtered, and the other one's still alive. What was that, Blue?
How close am I to the van?
Very far.
Oh.
But you are running, and that was actually kind of what I was hoping you guys would do. So I mean, at least you're now running in a direction, which is, oh Lord.
Wait a second, April.
Yeah.
Armor applies before the
Yeah, for the damage.
the multiplication.
Yeah, I applied the armor for multiplication.
Right. So each of the individual attacks in it was capped out at 8. Yes.
No, it's 8 times 5, and then armor, and then they're doubled for
Okay, I see.
your armor. Yeah. No, bullets hurt a lot. Like, I usually downplay the lethality of Unisystem, but Unisystem is fucking lethal.
I thought it was the armor applies first, then it multiplies after. it
You're
hits
welcome to everyone in my major game.
No, what it is okay. So the order of operations is success. Like first you roll damage, then you add any multipliers from success levels, then you multiply it by the weapon type, then you apply armor, then you double anything that went through armor. Like the idea is that armor, like bladed and like bullet type weapons do additional damage after they go through armor to simulate like anything that goes through is fucking up your internals.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so now we
I think I'm
now we
thinking
go
the
on.
cinematic rules.
Yeah, so now we go on to right. So okay, so now the chase begins with the one-legged little girl.
Would you say my suit's almost off?
Yeah, I'd say your suit's coming off pretty much
Oh, thank
entirely.
God.
So, oh my God, Jesus Christ! I was really hoping someone other than Belial's character alone would.
This is the
currently-
saddest fucking thing.
Like, this is kind of not what I was hoping at
My
all.
character's still
Hey, at least
alive.
it's fast.
and
You're
extremely
unconscious,
well
yeah.
hidden.
You're pretty well hidden, but like you didn't exactly have a ton of places to hide. They're going to be crawling literally over
We're in
top
the
of where you're
woods.
hiding.
We're in the woods.
You're in the woods,
Like,
but you were also hiding behind a rock, trying to hide yourself without leaving the rock. You didn't exactly like dive Metal Gear style into a cardboard box or anything. Like at best, you hid yourself under some leaves.
Ah, that's where you are wrong. I have a cardboard box. No,
Like, chances are you're all
And
fucking
according
dead.
to what I talked to April while she was inebriated, she said it gave me a plus 20 to all stealth rolls using it. No,
Yeah.
that would have been great.
Okay, so, how are we going to do this chase? I was really, again, hoping that at the very least Winter would be around to carry Bleal's character if she was still alive.
I'm sorry that you rolled 2 12s.
I'm sorry that you killed Winter in the first
Okay,
roll
well,
of combat.
let's see if the cop is going to, can maybe try and help, because otherwise, yeah, like, if you die, like, Mora's character has a chance of surviving if you survive and they are busy chasing you. If they kill you, they will just come back and, like, murder him. Like, that will just be it for the party. So let's find out whether or not they can actually, like, this officer's going to help you.
Please.
Okay, so that's
So he
something at
failed.
least.
Yeah,
No,
the further the horde gets away from me, the more likely I am to survive.
Yeah, basically, if they catch Bleal really quickly, then you're dead. Like, there is no escaping them. They will come back and, like, track you down and kill you in your hole. If Bleal escapes, they'll spend a good deal of time chasing after her, and you have at least a chance of surviving.
I just need to get
it's
to
not
the
like I ever attracted their attention either.
They
but, like,
know exactly where people were hiding, and you were standing right next to one of the people they shot to pieces. And you weren't here for that session, but they like to play with the parts of the people who they kill. Like, you were standing right in the middle of their playground, essentially.
I was on top of the hill though.
Yeah, so was everyone else. Like,
Oh, I did not. I was unaware of that.
yeah, no, your position was where you were trying to heal Winter's character, who was injured when you first took the thing. And since you didn't make any moves to try and make yourself a more visible target for them to shoot at, you were still hiding behind the rock when you tried to hide yourself.
Yeah.
Bleal, luckily for you, and luckily possibly for Morad, the cop just rolled really well, and the horde just rolled really fucking shitty.
Oh, thank God.
So the cop, like, the surviving cop, who's deputy,
Deputy Spaghetti Pants.
Carly Finch. Carly Finch is still alive.
Fly, Finch, fly!
Yeah, so Finch, like, ducks down, picks you up, and starts to run. What was that for, the frog?
Fly, Finch, fly.
Oh, god damn you. Okay, yeah,
God damn it.
so yeah, it's like this mysterious voice calls out, and
Fly, you
Finch,
fool!
And she sprouts wings and becomes a shaman.
no, like, apparently she's like a fucking mountaineer, because, like, she, like, grabs you, picks you up, and starts, like, leaping from, like, root to root, like, just dashing to the thing, and the horde screams and chases after you, but is falling behind, and Morad, as they go past you, they miss you.
Oh, that's nice to know.
As they're chasing Bleal, they miss you on that first pass. And so, Bleal, you are gaining ground. Well, not really you, but the cop is.
Thank God.
They take some shots at you guys. Oh man, where the fuck was this luck before? Jesus Christ. They take some shots, but this time they actually, like, almost all miss. One.
See, April, you can't kill me in zombie cam. It's impossible.
Well, you say that. Almost all of them miss.
And you can just lead to everybody else's death.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so as they're fleeing with you, the officer suddenly, like, jerks and drops you and, like, falls to the ground with like a spreading red patch spreading out from their back. And, like, you can see, like, one of the shotgun shots actually managed to catch them in the back with a very, very fatal hit. You have an advantage, but you are not in the clear yet.
Okay. Oh, God. Hey, do I know about a channel on a radio that would, I don't know, create really loud noise?
No, you do not.
Okay.
But if you want to roll that radio, you can try and see if you can contact anyone.
I'm going to be running. I'm going to roll my running first before I do that.
Do you have any good luck?
Fuck. Oh, no.
Do you have any points at all in good luck?
Uh,
Do you have any points of bad luck?
let me see.
What was that?
I don't have any points in luck in any way.
Okay. Yeah. So, are you going to fiddle with your radio while you run?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you roll on your run check?
I have to.
Ooh, God.
That's a 7 again.
God mocks those who mock God. So yeah, the cord is actually catching up quite rapidly. So I want you to roll me a. You have a luck. You know what?
Can I use my luck to get her away?
No.
How much luck do you have?
I have 2 points of luck.
Okay, more half. I'm going to roll a d10. I'm going to add your 2 points of good luck to this. If it's a lucky roll, I have something planned that was supposed to save the party if they were a little more cautious, but maybe, just maybe, it will prevent
Getting
a
behind
TKP.
cover isn't cautious?
Ooh, no, it is not. No. Standing and fighting a horde of about 30 plus people is not cautious. Many of whom are armed with guns. God, I wish I... No. Okay. Belial, the horde is catching up with you. Roll me one more attempt to escape. You see a light in the distance.
It's my death. That's what it is. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Okay, it's a 12.
Okay, wow. Thank God. Yeah, you, Oh, man, Okay, so yeah. As the horde is, like at your heels, like, they are basically, like, you start hearing, like, gunshots, and they're firing wildly. They're not hitting because of how far back they are, but they're getting closer. Like, another minute or so, and they'd probably be able to catch up with you. When suddenly you, like, come upon this fire. And as you come upon the fire, as you start, like, running towards it, you run into the firelight, and the firelight blinds you. It's so bright that, it's more than anything you've seen before. Like you've seen tonight, and it kills your night vision. And as you sprint into it, stumble. As you stumble onto it blindly, you feel someone grab you and haul you off your feet. And you feel something hard and sharp pressed against your neck as you are dragged away from the fire. And a voice, a gruff, tired voice, you can't say anything because you're your mouth is covered. But a gruff voice says, still feminine voice says, "Don't make a sound."
She just thinks to herself, "The aliens.
Maybe
They've come back to save me."
But yeah, as you're dragged roughly away, this hurts. Like the knife pressing against you draws blood, and you feel. This woman, yanking you off your feet and away. But as you do so, you see the fire go out as the horde tramples over it and starts smashing it to pieces and starts searching around the campsite. But
How much damage do I take from the knife and all that?
You're only gonna take 2 points of damage. It's a very mild thing. It's more uncomfortable than really, really harmful. But this woman drags you into the mist, into the dark shadows and fog, and she just keeps yanking you long after the horde has disappeared into the night and the sounds of it have vanished. And finally, after what feels like almost an hour of being dragged, you are pushed onto a hard, rocky floor, and you realize that you've been dragged into a cave. And as you start to push yourself up, a large metal barrel is shoved in your face.
Okay.
Who are you?
Well, first I'm going to roll a d10 to to determine how much damage I took additionally because of my adrenaline surge.
Oh, right, yeah, fuck, I forgot about adrenaline.
Oh, I only rolled a 2. That's
Okay.
That's very forgiving. Oh.
Uh,
I wouldn't go unconscious from taking damage from it, but
Yeah. No, I get you. The woman says, and you recognize the woman now as the woman from the mission report, and the gun from the mission report says, "Who are you?
Deputy Marshal Van Buren.
Who sent you?"
It's classified, but I don't think that matters right now.
Yeah, the gun kind of pokes you very lightly, and she says, "I'm declassifying it. Who sent you?"
What's the thing again? Who were the people?
You work for Aegis, though. You could try and lie and say that you work for someone else.
I was stationed to research about the explosion by Aegis.
She, looks at you hard and says, "Aegis? What's an Aegis?"
It's an organization.
It's a shield from ancient mythology.
She pulls the gun back slightly and allows you to kind of sit yourself up. You're here with the team, aren't you?
Well, I was, and then they got eviscerated.
Jeez. By those things?
Yeah.
Damn it. You're people. You're the ones from the same ones from the lab, aren't you?
What do you mean?
Aegis, the people who send you, the Aegis.
Oh.
They're the ones who built that lab.
They were the same people, although we were kind of just random people from other parts of the world that kind of loosely work for Aegis that they decided to summon.
And you were brought here to kill me, weren't you?
No.
She looks at you hard. Don't lie to me.
But I'm not. We're just here to ask questions and research about why there was just a giant explosion, as far as I can tell.
She backs up slightly, not letting the gun waver for a second as it's trained on you, but she lightly taps it with one finger and says, "Well, you found how it got destroyed. Now what?"
I'd like to get out of here alive.
Oh, yeah, well, you're not the only one. You people locked down this entire area just when all of this started. I assumed she, kind of thumbs back at the cave entrance. All of them are related to what you people were doing in that lab?
Well, maybe we can be mutually beneficial then.
Yeah. Now, see, here's the thing about mutual beneficial agreements. They're usually between people who aren't, holding guns on other people. And those people
yes,
who are
but when one of said people has clearance, has enough clearance to be able to get you out of here with relatively no issues, then you're not much of a then that gun doesn't really have much of a talking power. I mean, the biggest thing you can threaten is kill me, which is guaranteeing that you're not going to make it out of this quarantine zone alive.
What guarantee do I have that you're not just going to sell me upriver as soon as we escape?
I'm a crippled 6-year-old.
Employed by the type of people who build labs that do this, so don't try and play the sweet little innocent with me. I know better.
Well, maybe we shouldn't talk business first and get to know each other.
She frowns. How about I get to know your team first? I didn't see them back there. You said they were eviscerated?
Yes, by a wall of bullets.
Any survivors?
Not that I know of. I was in a rush to get out.
So as far as you're concerned, we're not likely to be joined by your friends?
Not likely, no.
She hesitates and then slowly backs around so that you're facing the back of the cave. So you're facing the mouth of the cave with her sitting behind you, but then she sits down and lowers her weapon slightly. Fine. I suppose we can talk.
All right. Limps over. You don't suppose to have a stick, do you?
Yeah, I think I'll be holding on to any sticks that I may or may not have. Not that I'm...
Well, this is going to be a bit difficult for me to walk over to you if I can't walk.
Whoa, hello there, kid. Yeah, no, you don't walk over here. You sit over there, and we can talk from this distance.
Okay.
My friend here, she passed the gun. He can talk plenty fine from right here.
Alrighty then. It's fine. It's fine. Alright. Which one do you want to know about?
Well, I wanted to know what guarantees I have that you're not going to sell me out as soon as we get out of here. Assuming that I let you get out of here.
I mean, that's extremely difficult for me to explain.
Alright.
Since there's no actual real way for either of us to know, then either of us will just stab the other in the back. Because for all I know, then as soon as I get out of there, you're just going to put a gun to my head and run away.
Fair enough. She fishes in her pocket and pulls out an Aegis comm device. You have one of these things, don't you?
Well, I had a walkie-talkie.
If you're working with these people, she taps the symbol, the Aegis symbol on the front of it. I'm guessing you have one of these. All of the people working in that lab did.
Do I?
Yes.
Yes?
All
yeah.
Right. Toss it over here.
Okay. Tosses it.
Any other form of communication you have, toss it over.
Throws the walkie-talkie, unless that was the same thing.
No, you have a separate walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Like, all right, now, stand up, and she goes to your foot. She, reaches over and grabs a stick and throws it over to you. Stand up and, do a circle. I want to make sure, do a little pirouette. I want to see that you're not armed or you don't have any sort of obvious communication devices on you.
I'll put my weapons on the ground.
All right, yeah, you start with doing that.
Yeah, and I'll put my gun on the ground and the fire axe light.
Yeah, as you do the little turnaround thing, she actually walks over and picks up your weapons and throws them back into the cave. And then afterwards, she pats you down for anything else. All right, you seem clean enough. All right, how did you get out here?
What do you mean, out in the woods?
Yes, out in the woods. I assume you didn't walk.
We drove here.
All right, you got a car. Land vehicle?
Yes.
All right, so do you know how to drive it?
Not very well. I mean, glances at foot.
Ah, right, of course. Sorry, I guess. Do you know of any... Shit, we need someone who can drive it. I can't. Where did your friends...
I know somebody who can drive.
Yeah, she says, okay, fine. Your friends, where did they die? Is there any chance that any of them might have lived?
Well, the only ones that I saw die what?
You saw your father and you saw,
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This is her.
Yeah.
What's Graham's character?
Morris character's
Caroline.
name
You
is
don't know.
Caroline, yeah. But you don't actually know her very well. You just saw her arrive.
The only people that I never saw die was Lawrence and a woman who came and met us.
Fine. She taps her foot. Okay, we'll wait until morning, and then we're going to go back and check the site. If anyone's still alive, we'll take them back to your vehicle and then get out of town.
Mm-hmm. I'll send in a report to say that it was inconclusive.
I'll be watching over your shoulder. You're going to type exactly, like you're going to tell me exactly what you're going to type, and if you deviate at all, I'm going to shoot you.
That's fair. That's fair. I'll also see to get your brother out of here.
It's not my brother, but fine, yes, I appreciate that.
Okay. Can you tell me anything about where you're from?
I'd prefer not to. It's a bit of a sore subject.
Well,
You're not exactly in a position
I
to
can
be
tell
asking
you
one.
some things about me.
Fine, I guess. What's your deal? Why's a little kid working for some sort of crazy research project?
I'm actually in my 40s.
Oh shit.
Yeah. During the late 1950s, I'm not sure if you're aware of timing system. That was about 43 years ago. Well, not 43, but it was about 37 years ago. I was abducted by aliens.
What species?
I've grown to know them from working with the organization that they are called the Atlanteans.
Never heard of them.
Well, you probably wouldn't. But, yeah, they experimented on me. There's a couple of gaps in memory, but, I know that they experimented on me, and I haven't aged since. Around this time, when I returned, my father, who was one of the ones eviscerated, he was he snapped in a way, mentally. I guess he couldn't really take losing both his wife and his daughter.
I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard thing to lose family.
Yeah, I don't know if you have family, but
She shrugs. I have family back home.
Yeah.
Hell. All right, listen. Just try and get some sleep. I'll keep watch. Those things get in here. It's not gonna do us too much good. Can't fight them.
Can I ask one thing before you leave?
Sure.
Or before I go to sleep? What's the name of the place you're from?
Kid, you wouldn't know it even if I told you.
Well, I don't have to know. I just like to know a name. Name it anything you want, I guess. If you're gonna lie to me about it, but
No, it's called. It was a little backwards place. Called it the Belt.
Bell.
Yeah, it was I guess what you'd call a desert. Yeah, it was just a stupid little backwater that got in a whole lot more trouble than it was worth. And,
Sounds nice.
well, not really. We got the hell off it as quickly as we could.
Well,
Fortunately, the people I got off planet... Shit. People I left with, they came with me here. Helped me deal with your base and what it was doing. Unfortunately, I sort of was left behind.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry for you losing all your friends as well.
Yeah.
Get some sleep, kid. I'll keep watch.
All right. Goes to sleep.
Yeah, the next morning, and we're actually going to shift focus over to where Morath is. The next morning, you wake up with a splitting headache, but you are alive. You are covered in drying blood, and you feel stiff and sore all over. There's a rock jamming you in the back.
This is me?
Yes,
Or-
this is you. This is you, Morath.
Alright. So, what is around me?
A lot of trees,
Corpses.
some rocks, dead bodies. What remains of them? A lot of blood, bullet fragments. There's a bunch of like if you kind of look down the hill a little bit, there are bodies galore, like scattered amongst the trees. Like it looks like basically, it looks like Little Bighorn. It looks like you know, some last stand took place on this hill, and that, you know, basically exactly what happened. It looks like exactly like what you'd imagine after the fight that just took place here.
Alright, and there are a bunch of bodies and none of the people running around.
None of the people are here, at least not as far as you can tell. And given the fact they're not terrifyingly subtle, you imagine they're probably not here.
Alright, then I'm gonna look for more 9mm ammo at the moment as I'm moving quietly and trying not to.
DeFrog, what type of gun did you have?
The frog.
He might have stepped out.
Sorry, no, I had gone ahead and muted my mic. The P90 does not run on 9mm.
Okay, so there's no
Technically,
9mm
we were
ammo.
using that bullet type as the damage, but yeah, no, it doesn't. It's a 5.7 round.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
there are no 9mm rounds.
Yeah, most cop guns actually do use that, though.
These are not like cop standard issue police guns. These officers were armed with shotguns.
Again,
And-
you can still take those guns.
You can take the shotguns, but there's not a lot of ammunition.
Alright, well, if there is a pistol lying around that isn't... Because I have 2 full clips of 9, but...
Okay. Actually-
like, if there's another pistol lying around, because that's the only kind of gun I know how to use.
There are not. In fact, something you kind of noticed to your surprise is that all of the guns have been taken.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
shit.
Yeah. Clips have been left behind, casings have been left behind, but the guns themselves have been taken.
Alright, in which case I'm going to move away from the direct area, but keep an eye on it in case of returns.
Okay.
And also stealth.
Okay, yeah, roll stealth.
16?
Okay, you hide very successfully. Your head is pounding. Like, it feels like someone, like, smashed your fucking skull open with a mace last night.
Yeah.
Like, this is, like, the worst hangover you've ever had.
Yeah. Alright. In which case I'm going to just try I'm gonna like I get headaches like this at sometimes due to my psychic abilities, so I'm gonna take an aspirin. I know it's not gonna have any actual in-game effect, but you know. Alright. So
Okay.
I'm gonna keep an eye out on the place where I fell. Or the place with the bodies.
Fair enough. Yeah. So yeah, you So yeah, like as you keep an eye on this place, it takes a little while, but eventually you see slowly, like creeping up on the place. You see the kid. You see your old friend's kid, and joining her is a woman, a very gaunt, very thin woman, with a very large and very unearthly weapon, and what appears to be like one of her legs is acting very strangely. Like it's not. Like it looks like a prosthetic, but it's moving differently than any prosthetic you've ever seen before.
I suggest you drop your weapons. And this is targeted towards Morath.
All right.
If you saw me, but
Well, I think
like,
she's saying it to just anyone. Like she's just kind of calling it out to like.
Yeah, not a chance at that.
Did you just say that out loud?
Yes.
Yeah, the woman like crouches and raises her gun in your direction. Drop it. I don't want to have to hurt you, but I will if I have to.
Did you not see the things that came out yesterday? I'm not
did.
dropping a weapon.
Deputy Marshal Meryl Van Buren. If my prediction is correct, I have a higher classification than you.
Yeah, classification went out the fucking window last night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, guess what? You're gonna go out the same window if you try and do anything stupid. Now throw out your weapon and we can talk.
I'll leave it holstered, but I want to keep it on my person in case they come back.
You can keep
No,
it
no,
near
I
you.
don't
Just
think
throw
that's
it on the
enough.
ground.
That's,
I just don't want you being able to draw it.
Look, do you really want to die? Because you would throw a gun on the ground.
You'd have to find me first.
I know
But,
where
yeah,
you
sure.
are.
You are screaming.
But anyway, I'm going to essentially hold it in the like position that shows that it's like not, as I step out, and then I'm gonna put it in the on the ground in front of me.
All right, that's good. Now
Take it
hands
away.
up. The one kind of like
Okay.
yeah. The one slowly walks towards you and says, "All right, you know how to drive?
Yes.
Great. I'm recruiting you. We're gonna get out of this place.
That sounds like a lovely plan. What are we gonna do about the bodies?
Fuck the bodies.
Nothing.
If we try and stick around long enough to clean them up, we're going to get killed. So
Fair
damn
point.
miracle we haven't been killed already."
As far as you're
Sure.
aware, and as far as the reports are aware, none of this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Personally, I don't really give a shit about the reports. I just care about getting out of here. We need to leave
Well, the
now.
reports are what's required to make sure that this place doesn't continue to get investigated.
Yeah, well, I don't intend to be here long enough for any more investigators to show up.
I'm
so-
gonna start walking towards the parking lot.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Too bad you
I'll be right
lost the
back, by the
person
way.
who could easily raise borders.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, like the fact that you guys are mostly dead is preventing you from being able to actually interrogate this woman or capture her or do anything else that you were supposed to do, be able to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fine. At the very least, you're not dead, not all of you.
Catherine. Catherine?
I think her name is Carolyn.
Oh,
Oh,
is
sorry,
it?
no. Oh, yeah. She looks at you. Yeah.
You know the device that you came in from, right?
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
I have an idea that we need to, that we should go to, I'll just lead to a location and then we can, do something to prevent anyone from recreating it.
Shit. God damn it! I don't want to walk into a trap, but you know exactly what this thing can do. You're not stupid enough to remake, the same sort of device.
Well, I am stupid enough, and I'm stupid enough not to remake it.
Fair enough. All right, fine. Let's get James, and then we'll go and take care of this device of yours. You. She points to Carolyn and says, "That's your car, right?" You're at the cars.
Carolyn.
Carolyn. Morath's
Morath.
character, Carolyn.
God damn it.
Fucking Jesus. All right. So,
Did you mute? You're talking.
okay,
God
well,
damn it.
I'm just going to say that they get in the car.
Yes.
They pick up.
Oh no, he disconnected. No, he's still in the call. God damn
He's
it.
still in the call.
Alright.
Anyway, listen. So you go in you get in the car, you drive over, you pick up the brother, you head over to the lab. I'm not going to delay this because of him being weird at the moment. We're down to like 2 human players. Let's just yeah. So yeah, what do you do with the lab? What do you do at your? I assume the Aegis base.
We're gonna take all the parts of the thing, destroy it, and then I'm going to lead her to the location of where that prior base was.
Yeah, you go to the original base.
Yeah, and then we're going to just destroy all the everything.
Oh yeah, you destroy everything remaining and set fire to the building. As you do so, like as you're leaving the base, Catherine looks over the thing and goes, "Son of a bitch."
Wait, what's her name?
Catherine.
Okay.
She is. What was it?
Yeah. Son of a bitch. What?
She points down at the town. And you see, like a fire has started in the town, and there are sounds of gunfire from within.
Oh God.
We have to leave now.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, getting back in the car, I assume.
Yeah. Roll me driving. Roll me driving plus intelligence. I want to see if you can find a safe route out. Back to the checkpoint.
Intelligence driving?
Yeah.
All right, let me roll. I have a 3 in driving, so it's actually
Yeah, so it's not terrible, yeah.
That is a 12 again.
Okay. Yeah. So that's not bad. You it takes a little bit of a detour, but you manage to avoid pretty much the entire town, which has gone into full riot mode, and make it to the border where one of the guards who had let you in the day before stops you and says, "Hold that papers, please."
I pull out my badge. And
Oh, right. He looks past you. The hell's going on in there?
Going on in the car?
In the town.
Oh. Well, I that's classified. I'm sorry.
Fucking bureaucrats. All right, go on. He shoos you out. You as you drive away, like as you get out of sight and go a little ways down the road, Catherine, like makes the signs like, "All right, pull over here."
All right.
Okay.
She gets out of the car and says, "Listen, whatever happened back there, you don't let them do this again."
Mm-hmm.
What they made back there, it would have been worse. If we hadn't come in and stopped it when we did, it would have been that times 1,000. Like, that times, God even knows what. It's bad. What your people were doing, it's dangerous. The technology, don't let them do it again.
I'm not even fully briefed on the situation, but
I'll try.
Right. No offense, but I kind of hope we never see each other again.
Likewise.
She slings the massive gun over her back to a little holster, like a weird little magnetic holster, and taps on the roof. All right, get it going.
Mm-hmm.
so at that I'll drive off.
Yeah, and she disappears in the rearview mirror, heading out into the woods. A few hours later, you reach a gas station and are able to make a call to a emergency contact line to inform Aegis of the situation in the town. And within half an hour, you're both being taken out in a nondescript helicopter to the nearest Aegis facility for a thorough debriefing.
That's gonna be the shortest debrief ever for me.
Well, that's what you think. Like they're very curious about what happened, even if you don't actually know anything.
I'll construct a fake story that basically leads them to believe that there's literally nothing to salvage of the project, and that it was basically a dead end.
Fair enough. Yeah. Actually, the thing is, what happens is, like, in the months that follow, you learn that due to the failure of this operation, and this coming off the back of the prior two failed operations that I mentioned at the beginning of the campaign, Aegis has basically been so hamstrung that they fall heavily on the back foot and secede a lot of ground to the NDA and the NDD and the aliens, and redouble their efforts on just basic, control, like on basic, shit management. Aegis,
Ground level operative management.
Yeah, like Aegis has been heavily damaged by the.
Thank goodness my position is still the same.
Yeah, like Aegis's position and the position of the human race has been severely hampered by this trio of failures. However, at the very least, you prevented them from making the same mistake again, and this time on a larger scale. So you can consider this to be a firm C. Unfortunately, Zombie Cam's character was killed out in the woods without you guys being able to find them in time. They are never heard from again, and the entire town is eventually sterilized after it is, after it just gets completely out of hand. Yeah, so basically you guys failed, but you didn't fail as hard as humanly possible, so
Got a C.
C.
Yay.
Well, I hope everyone at home and those of you watching, those of you playing along, have enjoyed this interesting little Connex experience, and hope you'll join us next time for the finale of Major 2, and then later on for both Low Gravity and the start of Time Knight's Doctor Who Came. Until then, have a fantastic time. See you next time.